Hello and welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining again for the second session about study and life in Germany and then work after that. So let's take a look today what we're going to do today. Today we are going to discuss student interview day at German embassy, and it does not matter from which country you are applying: India, Pakistan, Middle East, Nepal, Bangladesh, or Africa or USA. So there is a certain set of question you can expect they will ask you. This is not the definite set of question, but these are the questions you can expect, that these are based on the personal experience and they will help you to get through the visa process. Let's go. First question you can expect: why you want to study in Germany. So there could be the good point you can add it here. Germany offer you high quality education. Then they offer you that education free of cost. Living is cheap as well in Germany, comparing England and some other countries. So these are the few points you can add it here. Let me make it a little bigger for you. And particularly if you are doing a course, so take an example, if you are doing a course in MSc engineering, then you can quote the example. There are a lot of engineering companies in Germany. There is a lot of electrical engineering and the other engineering work is going on. Germany has a big automobile industry, and there's well-known companies like Siemens, BMW, Mercedes, and some others company. So this way you can wrap up it, and you can also mention the universities that they are having the high ranking in the world. So this could be the precise answer, and you needed to have a research about the Germany as a country, why it is famous for, what what is the study quality in Germany, and these kind of things should be in your fingertips. And Germany get a lot of tourists as well, so this can be also a point in there. So to sum up this, Germany offers high quality education free of a cost for international students, and the Germany has a cheap living as well as compared to the other. The living standards are very high, but the living cost is very cheap. And also students' jobs are frequently available. You don't have to say this to the visa officer, otherwise they will expect you are going there to work and earn money. You're not interested in the studies. So these are the plus points that you should have in your mind when you go there. If we go to the next step, so here you will ask you why you are choosing this study. I will take the example of here, Technische University Munich. You have applied to the Technical University Munich, and it has other campus as well. It has campus in Darmstadt also. It has campus in some other cities as well. So they might ask you, okay, why you wanted to do it in Munich? Is comparatively expensive city, and if you go Darmstadt, then it is less expensive, and it is nearby the Frankfurt, so it comes in Hessen. So it has a small city, is less expensive, and it is close to a bigger city. Multinational, multicultural, multinational inhabitants are in Frankfurt. So these kind of a things you need to have in your fingertip. So let's take an example. I have selected I have admission letter from TU Darmstadt. So I'm going to say them three key things about this city. Number one, low living cost, student town, and it is close to Frankfurt and is probably center of the Germany. So these are the 3 points will help you. Okay, they can judge. Okay, this student do not want to go Munich because Munich is very expensive. So that is why he or she selected the Darmstadt campus because the living cost is less expensive here. And then it's a student town. Munich is a business study. There's 1.5 people, 1.5. I would say the rough figure you can say 1.5 million to 2 million people lives there. So comparatively in Darmstadt, maybe 100,000 or 50k to 100k people live. So these kind of a things with it make it more like the university town if there is a 50k people living. So you don't have to be the exact figure just to get the idea. It's a smaller city, it's a better student life, and the university is much more well equipped than the TU Munchen. So there are certain points you need to research about your campus, your university, life around there, what are the other things are in the student town, and then you can also mention about the if you are in the town, then what are the things that are in Frankfurt. So let's take an example. If you are finishing your studies, there are a lot of high profile companies in Frankfurt and you can come up and work for them. So you have to answer this way when they say you the visa officer, why don't you do it Berlin or in Munich? If you tell them, okay, Darmstadt is cheaper, they will tell you, okay, why don't you go to Passau? It's super cheap. Or maybe you go to Deggendorf. So you have to justify with more than 1 points why you wanted to go there. Now let's take a look what we have the third. Why did you choose this course? Isn't relevant to your previous study? This is very important here. The course you choose, it should always reflect that it has a link with your studies. Let's take an example. If you are going for MSc engineering or some other kind of relevant IT or computer studies, then you can expect you should have BS engineering or IT or BSI, BBIT or BIS. The course should have the core elements you have studied. It should be the much more relevant to your MS engineering. If you are going to, so this is a, and here the lot of students make this mistake that I would like to discuss with you here. So I had admission letter in my hand. I got the university I like. I passed the admission interview, what the admission office took from me, and that is fine. But I do not know what are the course content. So you should know about exactly what are the course contents. How many subjects they are teaching you in your program, how many semesters you have, how many credit points they are having, and how many of the courses relevance to your previous studies and your work experience. So these are the points you have to be, it should have a, it should show the keen interest from you, it should show the relevance to your previous study, and that it is a plus point. So these three questions, let's recap. If you can answer why in Germany, why this city, why this course. So this is already giving you the good points, and it's coming towards the better experience for your visa officer as well, that was talking to, he or she probably enjoying talking you by now. So if you have some of these three questions in 5 to 10 minutes, so they have interest in your conversation already. Now let's take a look, why did you choose this university and how did you find it about it. Here you need to be very honest. Your honest answer will help you better. If you say, I did it on Google search, then you will have the more material in your mind to support your answer. Then they can go. If you say, okay, somebody told me, and who is somebody? There is no somebody. So you don't have to say somebody. You have to say, okay, my friend or my senior or my uncle works in that university, something like that. You have to tell them the real thing, not to say them I just found it. No. So I searched in the Google and then I saw the top 10 universities was there. So Munich was there, LMU was there, and then Passau was there, then Berlin Uni was there. So you should, okay, then why you look into the TU Darmstadt? Then you say, okay, TU Darmstadt, I virtually visited the campus, I search it on the YouTube, and then I find it the Darmstadt was much more better option where I wanted to be. And you can also do the other supporting point. I said is nearby the Frankfurt in my previous question. So these things you have, they can ask you the similar question again in your interview, but you have to say that you don't have to repeat the previous answer. You need to add some material in it. Let's look where it takes. I would say I almost 10 minutes or 15 minutes we have given by now. And ideally, if your interview finishes under the 30 minutes, it's a very successful interview. If it goes to 45 minutes, fine. If it start going 1 hour and more, then you can smell it that the visa officer is having difficulty to trust you, your dedication for the study and other thing. Now, here we take a look about this bit. Isn't this course offered by any university or college in your country? This is one of the nightmare question, I called it, because they ask you this question and lot of students got stuck on this question. For example, you are doing MSc IT. Let's take an example. You will find a lot of universities in your home country. They are doing the same course and less. Uh, but let's take an example from India in this case. So in India, if you do the MSIT, it will charge you 1 million Indian rupees or probably less. And then if you, the living cost, you say that there is a university in big city that the living cost would be 0.5 million. Let's take an example. But if you come up into the Germany, there is no tuition fee. So MSc is free. You have to do only the semester registration fees, that is up to you say that from 70 euros to up to 100 euros. Let's take this way. So this can, you say this is your only cost. So 400 euro, maybe 50,000 or something like this. Then living cost, if you get here student accommodation in 300 euros, then it's still still the same affordability. But there in India, you would be spending 1.5 million Indian rupees. And if you come into Germany, then you probably spending zero point 0.5 million Indian rupees or something less than that. So here you have to uh, tell them, debate with them. Of course, this course is available here. This is the one difference is the cost. What is the second difference? University ranking. So you needed to have an idea what is the ranking of, let's take an example. If we see IT University India ranking. So Indian Institute of Technology Delhi, the world rank is 623. Here you can see that. And now we say TU Darmstadt International ranking. So it says, okay, TU Darmstadt world ranking. Let's see. I wanted to see the same kind of a thing. I would say the top velvet. This is more like it's a German word is coming well white. So worldwide is in top 100. So here you see TU Darmstadt is top 100, and see TU Darmstadt top 100, and then you see the here you see the Uni Delhi that is 623. So this is the number that's going to open eyes for the visa officer. Okay, okay, this student had put research on it, and he's not going to any university in Germany and looking for a visa to go into Germany and Europe. No, this student know what he's talking about. So by the answer of this is fifth question, you would have already 50% impressed with your conversation to your visa officer. Now, this is what we called 50% game is in your hand by now. And now the next 50% they're going to again push you what's happening here. Now, which are the other university you have applied to? Here you needed to be very specific. For example, you applied to 5 universities. And I would say that 5 universities was there. And among of these 5 universities, what happened? Two of them gave you admission MSc IT. One gave you MSc Embedded Systems. Let's take an example. One gave you admission in MS Engineering, and other one is Master in Computer Science. So although you have 5 admission letter, but you're going to proceed with one university, you cannot go with the 5 universities. For example, in our case, you have applied to MSIT. If you tell them you got the admission in TU Darmstadt and TU Munich. So here you can justify, I gave you the comparison about the difference between the Munich is expensive study, Darmstadt is cheap, and etc. But what you don't need to tell them here about the other 3 universities. No, that is not needed because you have done BSc in IT, and you have not done in engineering, you have not studied embedded system in your previous studies, and you have not studied probably computer sciences, if not, then you do not make the visa officer confused, because they will think, okay, this guy has studied something else. He applied to 5 universities, and now he wanted to go for one university. No, you don't say them. You say that, okay, I applied to Darmstadt campus as well, and I applied to Munich campus as well. And then when I researched more, then I decided to pick the Darmstadt campus. One thing you needed to know about the Germans, they are very organized. They do not put their legs in the three, four boards at one time. They stay in one board. So that is why you can say that Munich was my backup plan, but my primary goal is the Darmstadt. So, but do not discuss the other. They are not going to know how many university you have applied. They have no way to do it, and they have other things to do. They are not going to put a research on and do an investigation on you. They will not do that because it is not relevant to their visa thingy. So you have to just tell them which are the other university you have applied. Okay, I have applied to TU Darmstadt and TU Munich. That's it. And then I finally decide to go with the Darmstadt. Other three admission letter you keep with you in case if you come into Germany and then you wanted to switch the university, you can do that. Just don't say anything about them to visa officer. Who motivated you to go to Germany? There's a lot of people going to tell you a lot of things, but I would be very specific. First, and the best answer is I motivated myself, because you have BS studies in your hand, you have work experience as well, then then you feel like that you needed to pursue the higher education. So this way the visa officer will think, okay, this guy or girl has completed his university 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Let's take an example, graduated 2019. Then since that started working as junior application developer, or you work as a IT technician, whatever fits in your case. And then you have work experience, you have your degree, you have some practical experience, and then now you wanted to progress. So that is why you find it. This is the one way. Second, the least answer I would recommend you should do. You should stick with the first answer. Do something more research about you. Try to put your CV in a way in your words that they understand that this is the right thing. My senior studied same studies like me. They are doing the same course and they are in the university, or they are in the other university. They recommend me to go there. My senior graduates, this could be the one option, or your friend work only 1 year in your country, like your friend and you both graduated 2019, and then your friend decided to go there in 2022 and 2020, and then your friend told you, okay, this is how you come here. This is the second option, you can do that. And the third and least recommended option, my uncle or auntie living in Germany. This will, if your uncle or auntie is a sponsor as well, even if they have sent you a sponsor letter, you don't need to worry about it, because they have nothing to do with your university. It will make the visa officer confused, so you don't do it. So you stick with the first answer, that you know that you are going to make your career, not your friend telling you, or some senior students or your uncle or auntie telling you. This is a very, very bad, and it can end up negative in your visa interview. Let's look what comes up for the next question for us. Why do you want to study in Germany, not in UK, Canada, or so your best shot, free education. Second best shot, job market. Free education, world class universities, job market is rich here. What I mean to say by rich, that even if you are a student, you will get the work student, they called it here work student, like a part-time job. You will get easily work student job, and you don't need to worry, and you don't need much language skill with that. Especially in IT, you have a lot of jobs. And then after graduating, they have more jobs than the people they have here. So this way you can say that there is a job recession in UK, everybody knows. There's a lot of other complication in, so your competitors here, UK, Canada, US, they will not compete here because they are not offering the free education. They do have world class universities, yes, true, but they are not offering the free education, and you don't have that much money to spend crazy on education. Then you can say that you talked about the graduate before and you know them. They said that the work experience and job market and job life is very good. So that something that you have to tell them why. And work student job, you can just no need to tell them, just it's for your understanding how it is. So free education, world class universities, and the graduates have a lot of option to further grow in their career in this country. So that is why you have, and that's why you can take a look into uh, job, GDP, and education of Germany. So these things will help you automatically to get the idea how it is. You can Google these three things. Now, after the question 9, what I am expecting here, the visa officer can ask you, are you planning to stay in Germany after that? By looking into your this answer, and you don't need to afraid from that, because this I will add another slide here for you. So here, after studies, they can ask you, okay, what you wanted to do after studies there in Germany. Of course, you say that when I will be graduated, I would like to get work experience relevant to my studies. And they're going to ask you, and here you needed to ask you that, okay, how you know that? I will tell you this, how you know that. So once you're going to graduate from Germany and you completed your university, then they will give you post study work visa to 18, up to 18 months. So you can tell the visa officer simply, when I'm gonna graduate, I'm going to avail the opportunity to have a 18-month post-study work visa where I can get some work experience relevant to my studies. So they will know that this student already know that Germany gives this opportunity to do the post-study work. And then they can also ask you a counter question here. Then why don't you do get relevant experience while you are studying. And you can tell them, yes, there are work student jobs available, but I need to focus study. So first, so here you can tell them, okay, I know there are work student jobs available. They will give me the relevant experience, but I would like to focus my study during my university time so I can do my better grades and better results. And that is why you can tell them, I am looking to have my grades 1 to 1.0 to 1.3 out of 5 point. In Germany, you have total 5 points of a grade. So one is the best and the 5 is the fail. So you can tell them I'm looking to finish my university with the grades 1 to 1.3. So that is why I will not work during my studies, and then I will work once I get the post work visa. And this way, they will not ask you the other question. I think this would be sum up here. Now, question number 10. This list I have prepared to the up to the 20 questions. So give you some background idea and you can take a look into it how the things would be going on here for you. Now let's look further into it and see how it goes for you. Can you tell me some facts about your university? So what you don't have to say here. Do not say free education because whole Germany is offering the free education. So it does not make sense. Do not say here small city cheap living. There are a lot of small cities in Germany. They are having university. They are probably offering this similar education. And what you need to tell you here. Okay, let's take an example. TU Darmstadt is ranked 100 in the world. This one you need to tell there. Then you say that TU Darmstadt is campus has world class labs, and you can mention, okay, 3 or 4 of the students they got the Nobel Prize. If they got any, I don't know it, so you can search about it. Talk about the departments, faculty, infrastructure. Just go onto the uni website and they probably have already advertised here. So let's say TU Darmstadt. So if you go here on the home page, then it probably have a lot of things for you. Here you can get, let me take a look. I'm changing it to English for you so you can easily take a look how to, okay. The university, what we have in the university, latest news, departments, organization, international. So in the middle of campus. See, here you see a lot of things here. There are some things you can also take a look, and latest news you can take a look what are in the news here. Let's say reports or social media. Just go grab some of the information relevant to your university where you're going to spend your next 2 years. So this is why you can just take a look. And there is also, you will find a lot of videos on YouTube. Darmstadt University tour. Let's take an example. So they have already unsere TU Darmstadt, your TU Darmstadt campus tour. So this is see you have a lot of material here that you can get that will help you to go ahead. Okay, infrastructure, and then I will add here campus tour. There are a lot of professor also discuss about their department, discuss about your department faculty particularly, so they know that if you have a Skype interview while your admission at the university, you can also mention some point from there. So this will get your question. So I believe by the time now within the ninth question, if you make through successfully, you should be very happy inside. You will get the visa. Now let's look what we have. Name any tourist places in Germany. Why they are famous. A lot of tourists come to Germany and people like to travel around. Germans like to travel around in Germany and worldwide as well. So you can say that first, let's go what you have. Nearby you, river mines. And then you can also say that what else you can have Frankfurt, river Rhine. Then you can name some other places. Wiesbaden is another city. Then you can mention or the other part of the Darmstadt. So let's see. Just make if you are ignoring the Munich University, then do not mention the Munich. You will have many other places, Kassel and Hamburg. So you here you have to summarize. So you say them. Okay, I know some of the places in Germany that I am well aware with them. These are the places are like Mainz, Frankfurt, Rhine, Wiesbaden, Kassel, Hamburg, Nuremberg, and these things you can mention that okay, there are city I can go. This is you have to hear, and then you say that university tours. University do the trips for students. You can discuss them. Okay, university office told me that this question you can ask in your admission interview as well. So the university has a very good arrangement of tours for the international students. So university tour to cities. So they will show you the different things around. So this way you can. So I will give you the top places here that you need to know. Berlin Gate, the gate name is Brandon the Tour. Brandon Gate, they also say it. So I will make it easy. Top 10 attractions in Germany. So here we go. Brandenburg Gate, this is the Berlin Gate. Neuschwanstein Castle, Cologne Cathedral. So here are you have something. Just simply take a few name you remember what you have in your mind. So let's see what you can do. Dresden is another city, and then this is in Berlin. Reichstag, the parliament is in Berlin, and then the Brandenburg. So this is in Cologne. Marienplatz in Munich. This is also nearby the Neuschwanstein Castle is nearby Munich. Europa Park. So where is the Europa Park? Let's take a look. So it's the largest theme park in Germany and second most popular theme park in Europe, Disneyland Paris, and other things here. And you see here, so you needed to take a look. Is located in Rust, west southern Germany, between Freiburg and Strasbourg. So these are the few things you can take in mind, and then you can tell them, okay, I know it's there. So you don't need to know places. And then you can also do one thing here. top places are there, and Berlin Gate is one of them, and other things also. And you just needed to give that idea. And Germany has 16 states. Like if you come from India or Pakistan or Nepal, so some of the country, I guess Pakistan has like 4 or 5 states. India is a probably bigger country; it will have more states. I don't have the exact figure. And in Germany, there are 4 states, and every state has a capital. And this way, you can take a look at states of Germany and their capital cities. So here I will say you about 3 states. Which state is a TU Darmstadt? The state name is Hessen, and the capital is Frankfurt. Then the Baden-Württemberg is the next state next to the Frankfurt. So that is Stuttgart is the capital. Then to next is the Bayern, Bavaria. That's is another state. There's the capital is Munich. So you needed to take a look into it as well. So more you know about the Germany is better because you are planning your life in Germany. Now let's take a look what else we have left here. So do you speak German? Right. This is a very tricky question. Your MSc is in English, so you provide them IELTS or language proficiency letter. Then you tell them your future university offers from A1 to A2 level, and I will study there. So the university offer A1 to A level, you will study there with your study, and you can say that after your graduation you wanted to do B1 to B2. So B1 is like IELTS 6.0 bands, and B2 is more like 7 bands, and B2, if you speak the B2 level in German, then you are very pretty much fluent. So German language has 6 level: A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1 and C2. So you needed to have this idea. So if you don't speak German, it's not a problem. If you do A1 level, you can say them hello, hi in German. That would be absolutely brilliant. Then they will know that okay, he or she is motivated to do it. But this is a supplementary question. I do not consider this a core question. How many borders Germany have and with which countries? So Germany has a border with Belgium, Austria, Switzerland, Poland. Germany is pretty big. You can also take this question. Uh, let's see Germany. So if you take a look Germany here, we go on to the map, and then in the map, if you see here, no, Germany shares the border with Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Czech Republic, Czechia is written here, Czech Republic and Poland. And if you go a little bit above the sea, Denmark is there. So this is the picture you should have in you. You don't need to remember all this thing. The mostly Munich is nearby Austria, then Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands, Czech Republic. The largest border here you can see is with the Poland. So this can you can also take a look. This is also easy question, and if you don't know that, this is not a problem as well. But you should know that. Which are top most expensive cities to live in? Yes, this is the question, and you needed to remember it all the time. Munich is the top, and then you take here on number two Frankfurt. You can take here Stuttgart as well. Then you can take here Hamburg. Then you can take here Heidelberg. Heidelberg is also university town. Uh, Heidelberg. So this one you can categorize, like you can just Google it, living cost in different cities of Germany. Living cost in different cities of Germany. Google will answer your all question about it. So you just pick it this. Munich is for sure most expensive than Frankfurt, Heidelberg, and here you can put Berlin as well. Now let's move to the next question. How many states are there in Germany and can you name them? Right, this one I have already answered you. 16 states, and you don't need to name all. It would be very difficult for you to name all, but let's see, name of German states. So I will just try to put it in style for you. So the 16 states, and here you have the little bit of the idea. Okay. See, Hessen, Frankfurt, Baden-Württemberg, I have discussed with you, Bavaria, where the Munich is, and then Rhine, North Westphalia, where the Cologne is, and Saxony, Lower Saxony, Bremen, Hamburg, and Berlin, where the Brandenburg Tor is. So this way you need to just take a look. Number of states 16. You don't need it too much worry about it. Just take a thorough look, and you can take. This is not in my. You don't need to know all the states, but for your idea, 16 states. Can you name some of them? Let's name Hessen, Bavaria, Berlin, and then you can give one more name, North, North Westphalia. So one, two, three names are more than enough. So you don't need it to be go more. You give better to, but I think this three, four names are more than enough. Then let's say what we have. What is the duration of your course and scope of your course? So this I already mentioned you. You need to know that few things. 2 years your course or 1 year. Usually all MSCs are 2 years in Germany. And then you have to number of semesters, usually 4. And then you have to what is the scope of your course, MSc IT. You can see that the which industry you can work after. So you needed to know that, and for example, if you did your BS before, you was working in some industry, education or IT or banking, then you can see which industry you will be able to get a job. Software houses, IT companies, or banks, etc. So here you needed to have a wide idea as much as you can give if they come to this question. University name and location, this we have already discussed many times. TU, Dam, Darmstadt, and location is Darmstadt city in state of Hessen. Hessen is the state, and if you are familiar with the word district, that word is also very common here, but they do not call it district. District is like city comes in a district, and district comes under a state. So district is they called it Kreis. So you can get some information nearby the Darmstadt. So let's take a look. Darmstadt. If you go on Google the Darmstadt, then it would be pretty much. It will give you the idea what is the roundabout and the locality and the other places that nearby you can take a look. Let me make it the zoom out and bring the Darmstadt in focus, and then we can see that. See, the Darmstadt is comes in the in nearby Frankfurt, and then it is nearby Wiesbaden as well. So some other cities. So this way, you just needed to have the idea. Uh, so if your journey is from Frankfurt to Heidelberg, then Darmstadt is on the way. So these kind of a things you can have little bit idea. This is not much difficult. Okay. Then why university gave you scholarship? This is question is only relevant to you if you got the scholarship. But in Germany, free education, so zero scholarships usually. You can look at for the scholarship on uh, the website dart.de, and if you find anything there, and if you have a scholarship, then you should have your own reason why you got the uh, scholarship. So this is entirely is an individual case. I mentioned this question here. So if any of you is looking into this seminar, then they probably can be asked with this question. What benefits can this course bring around you? Okay. Again, let's discuss this. I did BSIT, and then in my career, I work as IT consultant. I work as IT assistant, and then I work as a junior consultant. Then you can say that okay, MSIT will bring me the knowledge, and I will start from IT consultant to IT manager, and this course is also discussing about cloud computing or IT security. So there are some things that you can see that you can take a look. Usually, what would be the future of end of your study that you will be find on your university course where you get the course. So probably MSc in Darmstadt TU. So let's take a look. So if you go master study in Darmstadt, and then the course usually have they tell on the course website, okay, English master program TU Darmstadt. So let's say it says here, I wanted to see this more easier. Let's say the aerospace engineering. If you are a student of aerospace engineering, it have shown you in details here what would be your program structure, and then it has the aerospace industry is a steadily growing field, and etc etc. So you read this. The master program understand itself a link between engineering tradition and technology, and then you can take a look and scientific oriented master thesis, and broad courses offer traditional basic. These things you will applied discipline to innovative and modern teaching form and face-to-face tutorials. So these all things will tell you what's happening in the course, and this course content will also tell you what it is. And furthermore, if you read the future of your aerospace engineering and your course, it should be on there, and you can also ask your university as well beforehand. So usually it is there what you will do after so let's see, this is a very nice video here. Oh, okay, let's not let me see if it let me play the video. Okay, something is happening, so okay, come on. Good. See, this is the aerospace engineering, and now they're going to tell you what would be the. So here might be this lady going to tell us what would be the future value to your life with this course.
Ich kann später sagen, ich habe während meinem Studium an einem Satellitenprojekt mitgearbeitet, habe schon einen eigenen Satelliten quasi gebaut.
Die Rakete kann halt bis zu 1.000.000 PS haben, im Gegensatz zu einem Auto, was vielleicht einige hundert hat. Und das beschleunigt die Rakete im Endeffekt auf bis zu 25.000 Kilometer pro Stunde im Orbit.
Also ich finde es super toll, den Weltraum durch Berechnung und Forschung für mich greifbar zu machen und zu erkunden.
Wir haben hier auch an der TU Darmstadt 2 Flugzeuge, mit denen können wir fliegen, auch wirklich die praktische Faszination des Fliegens erleben.
Ich stehe vor dem Transonischen Windkanal mit variabler Machtzahl. Hier können wir Strömungsgeschwindigkeiten von bis zu 4-facher Schallgeschwindigkeit erreichen.
Das Schöne an der Raumfahrt ist einfach die Community. Es ist Wahnsinn. Man kann schon während dem Studium mit internationalen Experten auf Augenhöhe diskutieren und arbeiten. Und das ist einfach außergewöhnlich.
Es gibt ja verschiedene Möglichkeiten, hier an der Universität zu fliegen. Wir forschen hier wirklich an aktuellen Luftfahrtthemen, wie zum Beispiel effizienteres Fliegen, weniger Spritverbrauch, weniger CO2-Ausstoß. Und dafür nutzen wir natürlich auch unsere gesamte Infrastruktur mit den Windkanälen, mit unserem eigenen Flugplatz.
Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass dieser Studiengang besonders für Menschen interessant ist, die eine technisches und naturwissenschaftliche Faszination mitbringen, ihre Zukunft eventuell auch in der Luft- und Raumfahrt finden und generell an der Sache Spaß haben.
In 10 Jahren sehe ich mich auch in der Luft- und Raumfahrttechnik. Da gibt es eine Fülle von Möglichkeiten. Da wäre zu nennen, bei Agenturen zu arbeiten, wie der Europäischen Raumfahrtagentur. Es gibt einige Großunternehmen, aber auch viele kleine, neu gegründete Startups.
Im Moment habe ich noch nicht mein Lieblingsthema gefunden, weil ich noch sehr neu im Studium bin und alles für mich faszinierend ist. Jeder Bereich Aerospace Engineering ist ja sehr, sehr vielschichtig und jeder Bereich hat einfach sein Ding, was es gut und groß macht.
Right, so this video was in German, but there was a subtitles before. It was not very helpful, but they was telling about their student life and their practical experience when they're doing. And you see here, Master of Science, fourth semester, program starts, cost and budgets, and all the things are mentioned here. So this is a good point. You get in touch with your university if you have any question, and you will be well equipped. Second last question of the day, total cost of your studies and living, course name, start date, admission letter, course module. This is exactly the same page what we are looking for. So course module here, and how long will be the duration, and then course module what you're going to study. So these are the few things here you can just take a look, and they are very you will have this in the leaflet that you will get from your university. You will have all those things. So study leaflet or master program course content, and this one you can. One thing I wanted to mention here, there's a rumor outside that the people at the visa office, they are not very well educated, and this is a very wrong rumor. So you needed to understand this thing. The people working in the visa section, they are highly qualified and they know those things. Once I one of my student, he got visa refusal and then he appealed them. In the visa refusal, they just give him a reason that we think that you will not study and you will find a way to go to Germany and you will just go to other European country and you misuse this visa. Okay, the student was very upset and student replied, okay, he appealed them. But when they refused his appeal, so they mentioned the 4 points. Number one, they said that your previous course is not relevant to your future course. You have completed 30 or 40 credit hours relevant to the future studies, but you need to have at least 90 credit hours similar to the future studies. So this can be only a technical person can answer, not a 10th grade clerk can answer this question. Second, they said this course required the English language certificate and you have not provided. That was the second point. The third point was that this student borrowed money from his friend and they said, okay, you borrowed money from your friend, you don't have your own source of income to do these studies. So those all points, because when they refuse your visa, you can always challenge them in the German court in Berlin. So they will give you the first letter as a refusal. But if you appeal against that or you go to the court, they have to give a logical reasons from the rule book that why they refuse their visa. They cannot say that, okay, hey, you come to us, we don't like your face and we don't give you visa. It's not going to work like this way. The visa officer, when they're going to refuse visa, they need to secure their position why they refuse. So this you needed to be very much concerned about. Do not think they are stupid. They are very smart people and they are very helpful. And this you keep in your mind. So the last question I have here, how you fund your studies, your accommodation. You usually have a blocked bank account and you have to transfer money already in your blocked account. That is requirement for Germany. So the sources of a blocked bank account, I would say you should have your own money. If you was working 3 years in your country and you have your own money, or your parents' money. If you are showing the proof that you got your money from your parents, then parents' income statement, you will need this thing. If you have a sponsor, Verpflichtungsklarung, this is a German word for the sponsor letter. Sponsor letter. Then you needed to have the sponsor letter, you needed to have the income statement of sponsorer and plus relationship with you. So he's your uncle, your brother who is sponsoring you. So these things you needed to keep in mind. The good news I wanted to give you here, if you do not have money for blocked account, your parents do not have a money, and if you have a friend or a family abroad, you can ask them for a Verpflichtungsklarung. If somebody is earning here more than 2,500 euros net salary, so that person probably earning 4,000 gross salary, so that person can give you a sponsor letter, and then you have to tell how strong your bondings are with that person. If you need more information about the sponsor letter, all those things, I would say that please write in the comment and you reach us on our contact number. I would be very happy to help you. Now let's take a look what is the surprise question here. What are your future plans after your studies? I told you this question in the beginning and I also gave the answer, but here I would like to see that my future plans. After graduating, I will apply for post-study work visa. That visa you will get for 18 months. Then you will find job relevant to your MSIT. You will gain some gain work experience. They will not ask you what you will do after the work experience, but if they ask you what after PSW, so you have to tell them, be very honest, I with 2 years study plus 1.5 years job, you will have the better understanding of will you plan your future in Germany or not. You have to tell them the answer right now. You do not know. Right now, your plan is to do finish your studies and take the work experience for 1.5 year. So after the work experience, you will see if you like to stay in the Germany. And that is why I put this question again at the end, because this question they're gonna definitely ask you. And they will ask you, might be some other question, will you go to uh, in the pubs and you go drink the beer. They particularly ask these questions to the student from the Muslim countries because they know they don't drink alcohol and those things. They ask this question, and then you can ask them, this is I don't know or I don't drink. You can give them direct answer on this kind of a question. So this is a would be the whole interview. I would say that you probably going to get 5 to 6 questions, but if they go more, then you are happy to talk to them more. Do not feel them you are in a rush. Listen them carefully. If you do not understand anything, ask them to repeat. If you ask them to repeat, that will tell them you are confident in this interview. You are not just listening what they are saying. And if you do not understand the English, then you ask them for a translator in your language: Arabic, Hindi, Urdu, Nepalese, or Japanese, whichever, Chinese, whichever language you speak. But bear in mind, if you ask them for a translator, then they will ask you for an English language certificate must, because your study is going to be in English or German, whichever language you are coming. So that is why you need to keep in mind the languages you can use at the embassy. Two major languages, German or English. Then the last slide is very important for you, and this is different. What to say? You're going to see the visa officer first time, and you have to say them at the start. Hello, good morning, how are you, sir? You don't have to be like reserved. Just greet them in a proper way, the way you greet your professors or teachers at your university or college. So feel like that you are here to see this person and you are greeting that person. Hello, sir. Good morning. How are you today? Thank you so much for your time, taking your time to call me for this interview call. And then the conversation will start. And at the end, when you finish, interview is good or bad, that does not matter, because that interview is a verbal conversation. But you say that again, I really appreciate taking time to give me today this opportunity to speak to you. Thank you so much, and I wish you a very good day, and I'm looking forward for a positive reply from you. So this way, this gentleman or lady taking your interview, they will understand that you know how to talk to people. It's really, really important. Saying hello to people, asking them how are you, it's mean you are showing respect. And it's very, very important for German officials. If you want to talk to them, you need to show them respect, and then they will do back. And you will probably see when you will come here into university, the people when they would be passing by, they say you hello and you say hello back. So probably the culture is same in the your country embassy as well. Okay, your answers to visa officer has to be in line with the document you presenting with visa application. What that means? So you have presented the admission letter, and visa officer is asking you something about your course. Then answer about your course. Okay, my course is 2 years course and it has 4 semester and it has 24 subjects, and these are the subjects of my interest and they are relevant to my studies. And try to be short, try to be direct and simple when answering question, and be polite. Be polite, your tone should be very friendly so the other person listening you enjoy your conversation. If he is asking about your course, do not go into the university's detail. Do not go about the sponsor details. Do not go about the other cities in the Germany. No, just stay to the specific question. Then they will ask you further question if they like to. What not to say? Yeah, so this is very avoid excessive talking and unnecessary detailing, unnecessary laughing, mocking at the questions. Do not do that. Ah, okay. I was expecting you will ask me this question. How are you gonna fund your studies? Oh, I know that the answer for this would be pretty stupid in their eyes. So, how you? Okay, Mr. Ali, how are you going to sponsor your studies? Sir, I have presented my bank statement with the application form. It's on the number 10. You can see in the application form, and I have opened a blocked account in my country or in Germany. I will encourage you, being as my student, please try to open your blocked account in Germany. It will give them positive impression that you have already transferred money and you are ready to go there. So just go to the specific document and be friendly, be formal. This is very important here. Dress formally. You don't have to go into the three-piece or a suit or a tie. Your appearance should look like a student, a brilliant student that tells them, okay, hey, this is the guy, he will go into our country, he will be contributing into the study, he will be contributing into the society. So that's why they wanted to see a decent student getting a visa clearance to start his study and career in Germany. Focus on focus, I wrote it twice, on question and answer to the question, and do not bring not related lines in the answer. So I think this would be the something that will get you through the interview. And if this seminar is any help, please let me know in the comment. If I missed any question, and if you have any other question, feel free to reach me in the comments. And there are also, you can reach us on our website, and you can reach us our German WhatsApp number as well. And next seminar we will plan, once you will get the visa, we will plan a seminar for you, how to prepare for your departure, how to do the accommodation thing, and how you will fly from your country, how you will arrive in Germany, and all other relevant questions you might have, we will try to cover in the next seminar. Till then, take care of yourself and your family, and I'm wishing you all the best for your visa interview with the German embassy in your country, and I'm looking forward to see you in Germany. Bye bye.